Gerard Butler may be the star of Machine Gun Preacher, but joining me now, the man whose incredible story the movie is based on, the real-life Sam Childers. Sam, welcome, and it's great to have you here today.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
You said in a recent interview that you didn't save the children in Sudan, they saved you. What do you mean by that, Sam?
Absolutely. I tell you what, I was a messed up person a long time ago, and even after I walked away from the drugs and the alcohol, just giving the opportunity in order to save some children ended up actually doing something good in my life, because I wake up with a purpose, I go to sleep with a purpose, and it's not just about children in Sudan anymore, it's about children around the world now.
You had a pretty rough life. The opening scenes of the movie I found just remarkable and stunning. What was the turning point? I mean, from drug dealer, prisoner, inmate, the whole thing. I mean,
right.
It wasn't the prettiest life you were living there. What was the turning point that got you turned the right way?
I was in a bad bar fight in Orlando, Florida. Turned out to be a shootout and almost got killed. And I went home that night, and on the way home, I said to myself, I'm done with this life. I'm done living like this. I'm finished. I tell people all the time, if you have an addiction, you have a serious problem in your life, it begins right here in your head. You're the one that has to make up your mind and say, I'm finished. I'm walking away from this.
How hard was it for you to see scenes in this film, knowing they were about you, and a lot of them about the you before helping kids in Sudan?
I've seen the movie now 8 times, and I've cried every time in different scenes. Actually, the last time I seen it, I didn't even watch it the whole way through. I mean, because it brings back a lot of old memories, some good memories, but it also brings back a lot of bad memories.
And I want to ask about the impact that it has upon your own family, especially as your children find out all there is to know about Sam Childers' past. And are they disturbed by some of this? Do they ask you questions about, gee, Dad, what was going on there?
No, not really, not at all. My daughter actually runs our nonprofit. She has always knew about my past, you know, because I still hang with a lot of the friends that I used to run with many years ago. I'm there for them anytime they have to have someone to speak to. I ride motorcycle yet. I still ride with a lot of the groups that I used to ride with. I'm there for them anytime they need a preacher or pastor or anything.
I want to ask you about, how did you get involved with the children in Sudan? I mean, it's a long way from bar fights in Orlando to rescuing children by the thousands in Sudan. So what's the journey?
Right. I went on a 5-week mission trip that I seen the body of a small child that stepped on a landmine. And I stood over that child and I said, God, I'll do anything I can to help these people. And it's actually going on 15 years now, but I try to take every platform I get to speak on to let the world know that this is still going on in Darfur. They're still fighting in South Sudan, fighting in Abyei, fighting in the Nuba Mountains. There's still fighting going on. There's a genocide, and it was caused by the president of Northern Sudan, Bashir. This is a serious problem. This man is the only president in all of history to have war crime charges put on him, and he's still in office. So I use every opportunity to speak out what the true problem is, and it's still going on, not just in Sudan, but also inside of the surrounding countries.
Sam, the name for the movie, Machine Gun Preacher, kind of depicts a pretty, I think, interesting story. Your methods, shall we say, are not necessarily conventional preacher stuff. Not many preachers walk in with a machine gun. Is that Hollywood, or is that pretty much reality? Did this part of it happen?
No, that is my nickname. That is my nickname, and I believe that God gave me the name. I believe that He gave it to me in order to get people's attention. I mean, if
machine gun would get my attention if a preacher had a Bible in one hand, a machine gun in the other. I'd say, what must I do to be saved? Right now. I think so.
Absolutely. Yeah. But like if somebody introduced me or something, anytime they'd say, okay, here is the Reverend Sam Childers, the average person isn't going to pay attention. But when they use my nickname, everyone's asking, what is about this guy? So it gives me an opportunity in order to tell the true story.
It's a great story, Sam, and I hope people will see Machine Gun Preacher. Thank you for being here today and sharing your remarkable journey with us, and may God bless you as you continue to reach out and try to save children's lives.